Today's Clash Royale video is an absolutely awesome one. Today we have the final few games of the current wage tournament in Clash Royale. We got a shot to finish #1 in the world, which would mean to be the first #1 in the world finish for me in 6 years of Clash Royale. If we get #1 finish or if we fall short again, this is what you're gonna find out in today's video. And I would say let's directly jump into that. I need to tell you guys, this was absolutely incredible since there were like 3 people which were really high at the end. So I was really high with my golden account. I think at this point I was like 30 or like 37 and 0. It's absolutely mind-blowing. Then one guy who was called Blossom, I guess, was 37 and 1. If you guys don't know, the current tiebreaker in this format in the global tournament are crowns. So I had more crowns than Blossom, so I was above him. But we also had our good old friend called the Legend there, and yeah, we already know that Carl has more crowns since he's using Lava Hound or Lava Loon, so he just had to get the same wins as me. So for sure we're facing here not prestige. You can only face players which have like 1 win above or 1 win less, which makes it a bit like about sniping, really strategic. I don't know what you guys think about it. I don't really enjoy it since sometimes you don't even need to play anymore, right? If the first at 39 wins, the second is at 38, and there are just people at 36, the second guy can just face the first one, right? And the first one doesn't really need to search. So we're going in here with my clone here. Why I'm playing Lava Clone? Since I knew I might face not Prestige or the Blossom guy, who was actually Bruzani, I think, like one of the best 2.6 players in the world. And yeah, so I was like, okay, Lava is my safest choice. I just want to make sure we are having a really good shot at like dealing with that, right? You could call it sniping, but you could also calling like not going into a game with a bad matchup. Since I know what they most likely could run, I mean, I could still switch it off. Since I was like using a ton of minor wall breaker, this was the main deck I used the full tournament. And look at this, he for sure built a counter to my minor wall breaker deck, so I was going to counter snipe him. That was the strategy. So we're going in for the big lava push. I mean, commentating this one isn't really that close, but yeah, this was an absolutely crazy end. And yeah, I'm just so happy that I was able to get such a great position and performance there. So we're going for the Fireball. Also, just as information for you guys, at Saturday there will be the next CL stage for top 32 players, and I'm really excited to see if I'm able to get into top 16 or it will be the end of my 2022 journey. So would really appreciate any support there. So I'm dropping my flying machine behind the lava. Now I'm going to drop my baby dragon here. And I know, yeah, he most likely will get tower, right? But it's fine. We had a 1-1 situation soon, most likely. Also, the good thing is, which we also like need to talk about, as I said earlier, getting another crown. Getting another crown is also helpful. Maybe could help us in tiebreaker at least. Even Carl is kind of really above us, and also the other guy, Blossom, is behind us. So we're just going for a lava here in front of that, since this musketeer was just cycling. I'm going now for my clone here. And I know, okay, he can go delivery, he can go fire split, but look at this. We are winning this one. Goten takes the win. So guys, in this game, we are currently 39 and 1. The funny thing is, Cole didn't even need to search. He didn't even need to play since he was #1, but he was like, okay, I want to give you a shot that you can play, that you at least can face someone. Since I felt like in this situation, Carl was above me since he had more crowns, but he didn't need to play, right? He didn't need to play. But he was still like, okay, I'm just gonna play. And yeah, we were like playing against each other. He was in my stream and he was saying, okay, Morten, I shouldn't really play right now. He still had like lives left, but he just wanted to play since he wanted me like to have like a normal competition, right? This is kind of what I talked earlier about, like a strategic way you can do in global tournament. So a really big shout to Call with the nicest guy. Make sure to sub to his English YouTube channel. He's an absolutely awesome guy, absolutely crushing the content currently. And a really good lava player. So I was just asking which deck I'm going to play, and you would play lava, and so I'm also not going for the hardcore sniper, play like E-Giant Phantom or something. I was just saying, okay, I'm going for a main deck, he's going for a main deck, so we have a pretty even matchup, and I think this is the best thing we could do. So there's still also non-toxic players in Clash Royale with a great friendship like Carl and me. So we're going in here for my Mighty Miner. I'm going to use my ability. Now I guess, yeah, look at this, and we get a decent amount of damage, right? He still needs to zap this, since, oh no, he didn't really zap that. Zap came late, but look at this firewall now, cleaning up most of that, yeah. And we are 1-0 ahead. Commentating this one is really hard. Yeah, I know it's replays, I couldn't really do the live in English, but I still think I really want to do a video about that since I feel like it's a really great gameplay and also just the intense stuff going in, hopefully getting the #1 in the world finish. But Call had more crowns, and also I think Call at this point was had like the same wins as me, had more crowns, but he also had, I think, like 3 losses, and you can lose 4 times. So I'm going in for my bets here, and look at this. This is what Call loves to do. He's using the zap in the last possible second that you missed the fireball. Look at this screen, right? There's still the zap going. Man, that's absolutely incredible. Looks like a lightning is coming down. Yeah, but yeah, this is just what Call likes to do. He goes in for a late zap that we missed the fireball, and as you guys can see, if we would have missed the fireball here, we still could drop something like Spear Goblins, and he could like spam Skate Rings, most likely would have been tower down, and having a 1-1 situation against Lava Loon is not great. So it will be really, really close. So we're going in here for our fireball, and the fireball is putting in the work, which Emily was really happy about. Going for the Spear Goblins, and look at this. We're even elixir, and we're up 1 tower, which is great. And also, the Mighty Miner. The Mighty Miner for sure is really helpful. He's most likely going for Tombstone in the back. He's going for Tombstone like this. Really good Tombstone placement. I'm not going to use my ability here, so uses like kind of wasted Skate Rings. What I'm going to do right now is just going to go for bats if like after one of them is connecting. So the one, like 2 bats are surviving. Going now for my Miner top of the tower, going in for this here. And he goes in for a fireball. Really fine situation so far. I am happy about that. I also up 1 elixir, so we have to control against the most likely one of the best lava players, maybe even the best lava loon player currently in the world. I mean, he has the #1 global turn finish. He's consistently finishing with 2 accounts in the top 20 in the world. He's so good. So I'm going in for my wall breaker here, and he is doing a mistake. He's going in for the zap, but the zap didn't really pull in the work he needed. So we're going in for my Mighty Miner here. Also need to tell you guys, if you don't know the time zone change, we are doing this 8 AM. We are playing this game at 9 AM, so I was sleeping a bit. Carl was actually playing in school. I think I had a free lesson there. So look at this defense, right? We're stacking our bomb towers. Bomb towers are putting in a job here. And I'm just gonna go fireball, finishing it off. Going in now for my wall breaker to kite it back, that he couldn't really get a good ability and directly connecting to tower. And right now, just for me, going in for my bets. He's going for a fireball, he's going for a last second zap, but we are winning this one. Call the legend, got beaten. This is our chance for #1 position in the world, right? Or not? Let's find out. At this point, it was so close. If I win this game against Cherry Blossom, I will be #1 in the world at this point, which will be like 20 wins remaining. If I lose this game against Cherry Blossom, I can't finish #1 anymore since he's way too high and he won't play anymore. But Call Legend is still in there. So it's all close. We're all in the same wins. Everything can happen. But the advantage Call has is the advantage of the crowns. The stupid advantage. I would say Supercell, please change it. Just make it a guy who has like less wins. Even if it's like for less loses. Even if it's like kind of helps me right now. I think overall would be the better decision. Once again, we're going for Lava Clone since I know he's going in for. This is also my loss earlier against this type of matchup, but I felt just like I was just playing Optimus. So we're going for the bats. He goes in for Hawk plus Log. He was up by Elixir, but right now he's not anymore, and we get a really good bat chip on top of that. So right now I'm using a really good Mighty Miner here, and now I'm using a great ability. Look at this ability timing, perfect ability timing, clean it up, and he can't really do anything, right? He could go in for a pre-EQ, but he didn't. And right now, maybe, I was thinking about just going in for the mirror on the Skami. Maybe it would have been great, but I think the log would have come in time, so I think it's the best play. But look at the Archer Queen going onto the right side, and we will get the tower with the lava. I was happy with the situation. The lava gets the full chip we needed. And yeah, it was just like a fight with between 3 people, right? Nobody else was in our range. We were just like up a lot. So right now he's going in for his Valkyrie. We're doing the right choice, just playing the safe fireball. Why we should replay something else? Going in for the safe fireball is for sure the play. So the flying machine connects to tower. I guess next play is going to be go for defensive lava round here. Yeah, going for this, and now I guess I'm going for a baby ring here. I think I had to spend the baby ring, but maybe I should have just ran with a lava on defensive. Maybe that would have been a better play, because the screen was outside anyway. So I'm going in for this here. I'm going now for my bats opposite lane. He goes in for a really great E-split. I just should have let it go. But right now we're at least up by Elixir, and I know at 1-1 we should have a big matchup advantage. So dropping my lava in the back. Yeah, Lava Clone Rage Mode is really good, but also I think this deck is normal play really good, but I would just put in right now the Lumberjacks of the Mighty Mine. The reason I put the Mighty Mine in there was because of Giant Skeleton, and also since we had already Rage up and we didn't really need to move Lumberjack. So I'm going now for my build here, and getting a Mighty Mine on tower, don't really like underestimate that. So I'm going now for my bats, really good bats. I'm going in for my lava in front of this. Really happy about that. Really good. A ton of bats value there. So what I'm going to do right now next is going in for this. And I think right now I'm going in now for my clone here and get a ton of flare. As you guys can see, he needs to drop bats. And the baby dragon is actually connecting. Also one lava pup gets tanked for the baby dragon. I can just go in for this. So right now he gets a good E-split, but I can just drop a lava on the bridge, going in for my bats since I know exactly he doesn't have his thing inside. I'm actually going for the bats low here just in case he goes in like for the base race against me. Going now using my build here, and as you guys can see, he is struggling. We're doing a ton of damage and we are winning this game. And now we are gonna find out if I was able to get the #1 finish or what happened in the end. So guys, this is the final answer. Most of you guys maybe saw it, but I just also want to bring it out of my perspective. And as you guys can see, I was #2. I finished #2 in the world with a score of 41-1. I need to say I couldn't really blame myself. I lost one game, full stuff, like 41-0. I won. I don't really think anyone else did it. The problem was kinda Lava the Legend called it a great job. He was facing Blossom, was beating Blossom, was 1 win ahead, and there was like just 5 minutes remaining. And also I couldn't really face anyone, right? In the last 10 minutes I couldn't really face anyone since Lava Legend aka Call just faced Blossom. And I didn't, so that was kind of an unlucky thing. So Cherry Blossom just got another loss. And Carl was first, so he didn't really search anymore. And even if Carl would have played against me, I needed 2 more wins. So he basically was 2 wins ahead of me since the crown tiebreaker. But we finished #2 in the entire world, but not just #2 in the world. We finished #2 in the world. We also finished... Where's my second account here? We finished #2 in the world. This is also my account. We finished #6 in the world. And we also finished #22 in the world. So 3 accounts in the top 22. 2 accounts in the top 10. 2, 6, 23. And this was my Rage tournament. Overall, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to subscribe if you guys enjoy this type of top level gameplay. I'm really happy about that. I was really playing a lot the last couple of days in this Rage tournament. Was trying to find opponents early on, but it was really rough since I was like sometimes searching for 2 hours, didn't face anyone. Since, as you guys can see, like everybody was out. It was so tough for me to find opponents. Look at this. This is like 38, then 40, and like just a big gap between the 3rd spot and like the 10th spot. 4 wins. This is normally not really happening. Really weird Rage tournament, but I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to use Create a Good Mod in the shop. And I would say I'm out. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome rest of your day.